Oh, hang on.
Uh,
Now you're live.
Hello! Welcome everybody back to the Everchosen, our homebrew campaign for D&D 5th edition. I am lost again. No, I found my place.
Feargus, you are Feargus.
Yes, no, I know who I am. I was just contemplating whether I should introduce myself for like the third or fourth time, but no, I am the DM Feargus. Players and characters. We do actually have a few announcements before we start.
We do. We have
Matt, do you want to? You can make the very very special announcement as it is your thing. I will just say beforehand, there is a episode of GM's chat happening. Let me just this Sunday at 4 p.m. GMT, where we will be discussing how to integrate players' backstory into your homebrew campaigns and how to make your games more intertwined with characters' backstory, how to give them character moments and things like that. It should be a lot of fun. I think the guests are me, Sarah, and one of our GMs, Josiah, who
yes,
is very, very good.
And then following on from that stream on Sunday, at I want to say 7, but I'm not sure if that's right. I think it's 7 o'clock BST. We have our Homebrew Lab special, which is going to be super fun. It's going to be 3 hours of Homebrew Labs. Sarah and I will be on the whole time with 3 different guests. For the first hour, we're going to have friend of the show, Rob Ballantyne. The second hour, I believe, Katie, I believe you're the second hour in that run. I may be mixing that up, but I think it's Katie. And then it will be Feargus for the final hour. And we will be creating a villain using the random tables in the back of the DMG. So that's going to be really super exciting. And not long after that, on Tuesday, in our regular Homebrew Lab session, we have special guest Isabel joining us for an episode to make an encounter. No, we're making a town. We're making a settlement. Encounter's way down the line. But we will be making the settlement. So we've got another Everchosen player on as a guest for that show as well. Lots of fun stuff. Yeah. I think that's everything.
So do I. I think that might be everything. I have a feeling we're missing something, but I don't think we are. So
I think there's so much going on just in the community that isn't being streamed that it's confusing to remember what stuff is actually worth announcing.
Nope.
I think
let's just jump into it.
Let's.
So last time round, the group arrived back in the city of Burgate. The familiar halfway trading post. It's actually more of a trade city, but no, you returned there and returned to the underground bar known as the Hooded Lantern, and to the individual known as the Collector. You gave him the artifact that you had been hired to retrieve, and some of you, for the first time, saw his normally hard, rather extravagant exterior drop. And there was just that hint of something underneath all that. Something altogether more vulnerable. Though only for a moment before the normally eccentric exterior kind of took over. You inquired on him being a dragon, rather forthcomingly. He found that rather amusing and told you that he was not a dragon. He was just interested in collecting things of a draconic nature. You got your rather substantial reward from this job, and deciding to celebrate your newfound wealth by partaking in a drinking game, where, or at least some of you did. Marina deciding that after her last outing with this group and drinking games, she decided that she would just find a quiet corner and work on her spells.
Yep.
Hubert and Frey seem to come off the worst from this drinking game, both blacking out. Hubert waking up the next morning upside down in one of the Lantern's toilets, while Frey, on the other hand, while rather inebriated, decided to walk over and confront the small group of individuals that belong to her old organized crime group. She threatened them and rather made a bit of a show about it before she found a table and passed out as well. And we pick up the following morning with two of the party members not remembering a thing of the night before. The rest, apart from Marina, all waking up with quite substantial hangovers. The bar is mostly empty. There are a few tables dotted around with people like yourselves that had a bit too much fun the previous night and have kind of passed out on various tables. There's no sign of the collector or his two bodyguards. Though the two half-giant guards that stand at the bottom of the staircase are both there, kind of half resting, half sleeping on their enormous great clubs.
People passed out on tables, painful hangover in the morning. It's just like being at home.
That is truly disturbing.
It's not that disturbing if you think about it.
No, I think it is.
So, Marina, you did your studying in the bar, or did you leave and come back?
No, I think I stayed in the bar.
Okay.
So, if you were studying all night, maybe you can tell us what the fuck just happened.
I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, God's sake.
Would John know what happened?
John saw Hubert leave and not come back. And he sort of, I don't know if John would have seen Free's altercation or whether he... Yeah, no, I'm not sure if John would have seen what Free did.
Hey. Alright. What now?
I'd like to maybe do some shopping. We just got all this money.
Did we split the money out?
I think so. We all got.
You all got 1,500 gold.
Yeah.
We put 100 in the kitty each. So I've got 600 general food and lodgings.
Has Hubert returned to the party, by the way?
Yeah, Hubert's back.
Probably a bit sore.
Yeah, Hubert, you're sore. You're kind of still stretching out, and kind of you click your neck with a loud audible click, and you're just you're sore. You don't really remember what happened last night.
Hubert starts patting down his body to see if he grew any more limbs.
No more limbs. Your tail's still there, which is a comfort. But no extra limbs or body parts.
Where did you end up in the end, Hubert?
Privy.
Oh, all been there.
Oh, look at the state of you, and she'll prestidigitate Hubert a bit to clean him up.
And she'll give the customary like pat on the back. That will send Marina stumbling forward.
Yeah, despite the fact she is strong and kind of knows to expect it, she's still incredibly clumsy and probably just stumble against the table.
Well, today, rest day.
Today is buying things day.
What need buy?
I don't know, magic shit. We're finally rich enough that we can get something.
Hubert is gonna go to the temple and make an offering.
Okay. No, that's fine. You head off to. Are you leaving? Like, are you just basically like walking straight there?
Yeah.
Or are you waiting for the group to leave and do their shopping stuff?
Well, Hubert, remembering he's got money and mentioning shopping, basically just like turns with no explanation and leaves.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay.
Fair enough.
Do we need to supervise him?
I'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen?
We'll go and check on him later.
Okay, so Hubert, you head off to the house of the family, the small temple dedicated to the Northern Pantheon. What is the rest of the group doing?
Well, Marina wants to go out and find a shop where she can buy some magic stuff.
Okay.
I'll come with you.
I'll come with you as well.
Definitely coming.
I've got some ideas.
I need
Yes.
magic stuff.
So are the rest of the group heading off to find a magic item shop?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We will deal with Hubert first, as he's the first to leave the bar, and also he's just going on his own. So Hubert, you head to the. In fact, first, can you make me a perception check to see if you can find your way back to the house of the family?
11.
Okay. It doesn't take you as long as you perhaps first thought it might to find your way back to the house of the family. I wouldn't say it was if you were drawn there, but you somehow feel a strong connection to this place, perhaps stronger than you did before. You enter the sort of, it's cool but not cold interior. You see the various sort of temple hands in their plain robes. You see Stefan Jarl, the priest, in his slightly more finer robes, but still plain. He's talking to looks like he's talking to a couple about something. You see the 7 alcoves, each representing one of the members of the family, each with a small offering bowl in front. Are you going straight to the daughter and?
Yeah. So Hubert will go to the shrine of the daughter. And is there anyone in there though? Is it empty?
They're not really. They're sort of small little, just cut out alcoves. This early in the morning, there aren't many people in the temple. And there's nobody at the shrine to the daughter. There's as I said, there's a couple that look like they're talking to the priest, Stefan. There's a young-ish looking man. Looks like maybe he's part of the city watch, and he looks like he's at the shrine to the sun. And then there is a much older fellow at the very top at the very kind of end of the temple to the shrine of the mother.
So Hubert probably wants to talk to the priest.
Okay.
So he'll like just awkwardly wait.
Okay. As you kind of awkwardly wait for the priest to be done, it takes maybe 20 minutes or so before he's before he finishes talking, and he's like, "Having these blessings be upon the two of you." And he looks around and he sees you and he goes, "Ah, I see you have returned. Tell me, my child, how may I help you this day?"
Hubert, make offering.
Please, no. Feel free to make an offering. Is this?
How much does daughter need? She has big house.
You wish to make an offering to the daughter? Certainly. I can show you how that's done. And he kind of leads you over to the statue of the daughter. And he's like, if you simply place your offering into the offering bowl in front of the statue, the daughter shall receive your offering and give blessings unto you.
How stone receive?
Well, this isn't the statue. Just represents the daughter. It's not the actual daughter. You place your offering in the bowl, and then we take that offering and we perform a small ceremony, and then we offer it up to the daughter.
How she take?
She doesn't necessarily take the offerings physically. She more takes the meaning behind the offering. So normally, if people give money, the house will take the money and use it to help maintain the house, repairs or just general running of the house. If it's food, once the ceremony is complete, we will usually give that out to the poor and the homeless. It's more, and you can see he looks a bit flustered as he's trying to explain to you in as few words as possible what offerings mean, and he's kind of now realized, now that this is your third kind of visit here, that he needs to try and use as small as words as possible with you, and you can see that he's struggling with that a bit. But he's kind of just like, so do you understand, or?
So Hubert gave, you take.
Yes.
Not daughter.
Well, the daughter will take the meaning, so let's say you give some food to the daughter, and you wish the daughter to bring blessings upon your crop. We will take the food. We will perform the little ceremony. The daughter will take your will take the good charitable nature behind your food, behind your offering, and then if she feels it is enough, she will give blessings to your crops. And with the physical food, we give that out to the homeless and the poor, because the daughter can't actually take the food. I'm not even sure if the daughter needs to eat, but I suppose that's a more philosophical debate. And you can see his thoughts kind of wandering off into the philosophical implications of God's eating, and whether they necessarily need to.
So, Hubert be better buying food for poor. Save you work.
You could do that, yes. Of course, we encourage all citizens to support our less fortunate souls.
So how daughter spends money?
The daughter can give blessings onto those wishing to conceive a child. If they're finding it difficult, we can offer various clerical aids. Marriages and proposals are
But that's you using money.
Yes, but it is all in the name of the daughter. It is all under her watchful eye and by her good graces that we have the gifts that we do.
Hubert never gave offering, but daughter, speak to Hubert.
Well, that is fascinating. Perhaps she sees something in you that you don't see yourself. Most people believe the daughter to be simply the goddess of beauty and innocence and of sort of springtime. But those of us who know her know that she is also the patron of lost souls and people finding their way and purpose in the world.
So Hubert give money. Hubert step in spring.
Possibly, if that is what the daughter wishes of you, though. And he kind of looks at you and he goes, maybe just, why don't you just take a seat? And he kind of like sits down on a bench and kind of pats next to him as if to say, just sit down. And he goes, you say you hear the daughter's voice, yes?
She says, step in spring. Marina says time travel.
And Marina is your wizard friend with the squiggly hair.
Yes, Marina friend.
Well, I could see how somebody with a mind like that could take those words so literally. But maybe the daughter means that you need to step out of the shadow of something in your past.
Oh, Marina
or-
say that too.
I have a feeling that's the right way to go.
But how one step out of past?
Well, there are lots of ways. I myself had a bit of a rough past until one day I found myself here with nothing to offer and nothing to give. And yet I felt, well, I felt like this was where, and he kind of looks around and goes, where I was meant to be, and that somehow I had found my way home. And though I had no money to my name, I gave myself, my hands, my strength, my mind, I gave my body to this temple, and I gave my prayer to the gods. I helped those who needed it, and those that had lost their way, I helped find it again. And in return, the family gave me purpose and guidance. And I found my way out of the shadow of my old life and into the light of my new. Perhaps that is what the daughter means for you to do, to shake off the shackles of whatever it is you have done in the past.
So if Hubert give offering, Hubert travel faster?
If you wish to give an offering, that may help, though I have a feeling, and he kind of looks down at the floor at his feet and then up at the statues, and he goes, I believe that your needs, your connection to the daughter, whatever it may be, is not to be found within these walls. At least, not yet. I have a feeling that whatever it is you need to do, it is not here given simple offerings for petty favors. It is out there. Somewhere out there, there is something you must do to step out of whatever it is.
So Hubert must find a door.
Of sorts, yes, a metaphorical door. Whether that is confronting someone from your past, or whether that's forgiving yourself. Whatever it is not here. At least, not yet. But if it would make you feel better, you may give an offering, and I will always be here to discuss the philosophy of the family and their nature.
Okay, Hubert, go find door. And he stands up and leaves.
He kind of watches you. There's a brief moment as you stand up where he goes kind of like as if he would like to ask you for an offering, but then he kind of thinks better of it and just stands up and goes, "May the family's blessings be upon you," and goes back to his daily duties.
Right.
While Hubert is discussing philosophy with a very perplexed priest, the rest of you all head off to the Broken Wand, the magic shop within Burgate. As you step in, you get this this sort of that familiar strange aura as you step through the doorway, as if you're passing through some unseen barrier. It is warmly lit inside. There are items and oddities in glass display boxes surrounding the shops. There is a thin layer of incense kind of lightly burning in the air. The large white-furred cat kind of sits on the counter, and as you enter, a little bell rings, and it kind of looks up and it goes, "Meow," before jumping down and heading down the back stairs to retrieve its master. A few moments later, the elegantly dressed elven owner of the store kind of comes up. She kind of removes a monocle-like goggle from one of her eyes. There's a thin layer of dirt and grime on her face that she kind of waves her hand and it vanishes, and she goes, "Ah, returning customers. How may I be of assistance?"
I think we have a few different things that we're kind of looking for today. I think we're all in the mood to spend some money.
Well,
Don't give away the game so quickly, Marina.
music to my ears. I have a few interesting items that have been freshly crafted and made. What sort of things are you looking for?
I'm not sure about these guys, but I need to get my hands on some scrolls and some materials for transcribing spells and some magical components. And I was also thinking about maybe looking for getting a wand.
Well, I have a few scrolls. It's not exactly my forte, magic scrolls. I am more of an item sales, an item seller. But I have a few scrolls. What level were you looking for?
Nothing too flashy. I was looking to get a scroll for the spell Grease, and then one for Detect Thoughts and Locate Object.
She kind of leans down and looks at the cat, and she goes, "Sam, be a dear and see if you have those scrolls in our back stock."
And
The cat kind of looks at her before jumping down and heading back. While my assistant finds the scrolls you're looking for, tell me if there's anything.
350 gold pieces worth of transcribing materials, and 30 gold's worth of leaded ink.
That I can do. One moment, and she pulls over a ladder over the doorway to the back room, and she kind of climbs up, and you see her kind of gathering bits of parchment and kind of inkwells, and she kind of haphazardly climbs down the ladder again. She goes, well, I think that's my entire stock of leaded ink and transcribing paper.
Okay. And the only other thing I was personally looking for was a wand. But I was hoping to maybe get something better than just your standard wand. Something that would help me be a bit more accurate in combat. In meta speak, I'm looking for a +1 wand of the war mage.
Let's see what we have here. And she kind of pulls over a large book and kind of starts going through it. A +1 wand of the war mage.
Yes, it's an uncommon.
She goes, ah, I think I have just the thing for you. And she kind of comes around the front and walks over to a large rack of rectangular glass boxes. And she kind of does a few hand motions. And you see one of the rectangular boxes kind of comes out and falls down, and she kind of catches it with one hand and goes, I have a feeling this will be of interest to you.
Okay.
So, and at that you see the large kind of white tabby cat come back, and it was Grease.
Grease, detect thoughts and locate object.
Okay. You see the cat carrying 2 scrolls, and it kind of looks at Opal, the elven proprietor, in it. She goes, I'm afraid my assistant could only find one of Grease and detect thoughts.
Ah, okay. Is there somewhere else in the city where that might have a more supply of scrolls?
You could try the Feathered Quill.
Right, yeah, I've been there before. I'll ask them to see if they got that last one.
Yes. Robert is an interesting fellow, and who knows what he's hiding in that ungodful mess of his. But if you're willing to dig around, I'm sure you can find some hidden gem.
I'm sure.
But all in all, the wand.
I've done a whole bunch of maths to try and keep track of like how much it's going to be.
Oh, good.
So the only thing I don't have a price for is the wand.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking up now.
It's uncommon, so it'd be the one that's between like 101 and 500 gold piece.
Yeah, so the wand will buy. The wand is the wand is 180 gold.
Oh, cool. That's good. So that puts me down at that. Great. Yeah, Marina will take all this stuff up and say, if you guys don't mind, I might head to that other place, see if I can get that last scroll, and then I'm going to go and check on Hubert at the temple.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
And by me.
I will, after then, I'll head back to our normal pub to start doing some work. So I'll meet you guys there.
Don't get lost.
All right. Yeah, Marina will head out to the other store to see if she can get that last scroll.
Sure.
And
And as Marina leaves, Opal kind of turns to the rest of you and goes, "So, what can I get the rest of you?"
Hangover cure.
Sorry, say that again, Lee. I couldn't quite catch it.
Hangover cure.
Hangover cure.
Good one.
How much for the cat?
I'm afraid the cat is not for sale.
Fair enough. On a serious note, then, do you do enchanting? I'll slap my crossbow on the counter and go, I'm quite fond of this. Don't really want to let it go or get a new one.
I
But
can do some enchantments, yes.
anything that could aid in its accuracy, circa the wand that you've just given my friend.
I can do a simple enchantment that will improve your accuracy with it, yes. It will take a few days to accomplish.
I need a few more hangover cures if I'm staying here. All right. Are we going anywhere anytime soon? Or can I leave this thing?
I was planning to go to a blacksmith's, but nowhere out of town. Far as I'm aware.
Couple of days, you reckon?
Yes, it will be, yes, a couple of days.
On what sort of price am I looking at? Don't really do shopping.
Let's see, to enchant your this item, it should be around 350 gold.
Works for me. You got anything armor wise that might help out as well? Can you do the same for armor?
I'm afraid armor is not my specialty. I do enchantments. If you would like your armor enchanted, I can
Again,
place
I took a last
simple
encounter, I took a
simple
bit more whack.
enchantments. It will take slightly longer to do that.
More than a couple of days.
Yes, as I will need to take time away from.
My friend is going to the blacksmith. I might pop over there with him. If they haven't got anything favourable, then I'll come back and see you.
Do. Though, yes, Oni and Gus are excellent blacksmiths and not bad enchanters, but nowhere near my quality.
On a slightly different tangent, if you're on the habit of enchanting things, can you do anything with these boots? Make me a bit more agile, speedy, anything along those lines?
I can do, yes. Simple speed enchantment is no worries. That would probably cost you 400 gold on top of the 350 for the crossbow.
Indeed.
That will take slightly longer to do. Well, that will take slightly longer to do. The crossbow on its own, I can, if I dedicate all my time to it, knock out in a day.
That would work. I'd rather not be without for too long. It keeps sneaking up on us.
The crossbow and the boots together, you're looking at 3 to 4 days.
Tell you what, I'll take both, concentrate on the crossbow. I'll pick that up tomorrow. And we'll pick up the boots next time we're in. 750, you've got a deal.
Lovely. Well, by my reckoning, that's Steve. What was it? 350 for the crossbow.
And 450 for the boots.
450 for the
800
boots.
on your reckoning. All right.
Yes.
750 work for you?
750 sounds lovely.
Okay. That's a deal, sir. Madam. Shopping's not my strong point.
Anything else for the rest of you? I have some fine items in stock if you wish to buy off the shelf, or if you wish for enchantment work to be done.
When the cat comes back, if it ever left, I want to cast Speak with Animals and have a conversation with it.
Funnily enough, it Speak with Animals doesn't seem to work with this cat. And now that you get a closer look at it, you see its ears are slightly longer and more elongated, as if it's fey in nature.
The fake cat, that's amazing.
Then I will just ask Opal, what would you recommend? Is there anything you're particularly proud of?
Well, I do standard adventuring gear, bag of holding. I always make sure I have one of those in stock. I do have this wonderful ring that, if you ever find yourself in a bit of bother, if there's a particular trap or say an accidental explosion goes off, it makes it a lot easier to evade such things. I have this wonderful luminescent globe that can come in handy in dark places. And then I do have a few healing potions, both of the regular and greater variety lying around. Apart from that, a lot of my stock is being requisitioned by the military, unfortunately. So a large quantity of that has been sold off.
Right, so nothing specifically for enhancing ranged.
Unfortunately not, no. A lot of my more combat-oriented items were bought up by the military when the war broke out.
But if you have the time, I know you're going to be quite busy with Marisk's stuff, but if there's anything you can do to my bow, I'd be willing to pay for that. Either make it better at shooting, better at hitting, or give it extra damage.
I can place a simple enchantment upon it that will make it more accurate and hit harder. Though you're looking at...
Obviously, I don't need that because I can shoot very well, but if I want to give it to someone else, then that'd be useful.
Of course.
I've definitely
Certainly,
hit everyone I've tried to shoot.
You look like a man that never misses.
I'd like to think so.
Chris, I've just sent you a link in the Discord, Everchosen.
That would also help. Might you also have anywhere? I mean, I guess this might be taken with the army as well, but I've heard of these braces that can help. They exist.
unfortunately, that was likely brought up with my when the military rolled through town. And you can see she gets quite flustered at the kind of the idea that a lot of her stock has been brought up by the army.
Mhm.
And she goes, you could always try, as I seem to now have my hands full with commissions, Gus and Omi over at the Hammer and Anvil, they are...
Oh, they deal with magical?
They do, some. They are not the best enchanters. Their work is, if you ask me, rather... what's the word I'm looking for?
Rude?
Crude. No, crude. Let's go with crude. It sounds kinder.
Functional but inelegant, I guess.
Certainly. Their work does the job. Shall we leave it at that?
Okay. Well, obviously, I'd rather you worked on the bow, and I do like the bow. If you have the time, but I'll go and check them out for anything else. I also had another question. I don't know how much help you have around the place, but I find all of this magic items, enchanting, very, very interesting. Would you be interested in taking on an intern for a couple of days?
She kind of looks around and she goes, and she kind of looks at you back and she gives you a smile. She goes, thank you for the offer, but I have plenty of help. And while you do look sweet, and being eager is the first step to becoming a renowned and successful crafter of magic items, I'm afraid I would be a poor teacher. And Chris, even though the cat that sits next to her is Faye, you're kind of just instinctive sort of ability to read animals. You get the sense this cat is rolling its eyes at her. But she continues and she goes, the best way to start is to simply learn from your own mistakes. Try it and trial and error.
Okay, thanks for the advice. If you're worried about not being able to teach me, that's fine. I would only really care to watch and learn. But if you don't feel like it, then that's fine.
Tell you what, you seem like a lovely chap. My store closes at around 5. Come round then and you can see how I work.
I'll see you then. How much for the bow enchantment?
The bow enchantment will be, look up my notes again. About 450 gold. It will take slightly longer as I have your friend's enchantments to do first. So you're looking at least 3 days before it will be ready.
Okay.
So if you need it before then, I might suggest only in gas over but hammer and anvil. But are you leaving your bow with her to be enchanted?
Well, if she doesn't need it right away, if she's working on Marisk's, then I think I'll keep hold of it and then drop it on over when she needs it. Otherwise, if she wants it the whole time, I'll leave it there.
No, you can drop it off later. Okay. Frey and John, are you buying anything?
No, I'm just waiting to go to the blacksmith.
Okay.
Frey is gonna. I think throughout this, Frey has probably been like head on her hands, crossed on the desk because she's still like painfully hungover. She kind of looks up and like, that stack of magic wand shit. Anything fun in there?
Define fun.
Messes with my friends as much as possible.
I do have one little item, and she kind of walks over and does a few hand gestures, and a glass case comes out and falls down again, and she catches it and she goes, "This is a wand that can make gloomy people seem less gloomy."
Oh no! Don't freaking give Frey that.
What is?
Don't. Remember the chicken rod. Don't give Frey that. Don't.
Do it.
No.
I have no idea what it is, but
I know what it is, and I don't want Frey to have it.
I have no idea what's going on.
Oh. Fergus, this is another thing you're gonna regret.
You're gonna regret it later.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, you say that now, but
I
then...
know what this item does, damn it.
Yeah, I do too, and it's gonna be awful.
It will be fun.
It's just like the chickens were.
The chickens are still fun.
The chickens were a mistake.
Yes, and this will be too.
Giving Frey anything is a mistake. We've learned.
I mean, the people she points it at will have fun.
Funnily enough, Frey, you look behind you to see your chickens, and they cannot enter the store.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Just a
no
fun
fun.
little note. But no, she.
Oh, you go on then. Oh,
And
this is so bad.
It's in her inventory.
I know.
You're the DM, you made her inventory.
I didn't know she would want. Anyway.
Yeah.
You brought it up.
Yeah, no, I did.
She's gonna be.
Go
The
on.
first thing that comes to Frey's
Oh.
mind is how can I mess with my friends, and this item.
And it surprises you why.
This is a wand that can make gloomy people seem less gloomy.
I guess we all just seem really ungloomy around 3, otherwise.
I thought 3 was the most miserable one among us.
Yeah.
It depends on the mood.
It is. I will warn you. This particular rod or wand is a little temperamental. It has been known to sometimes explode.
Say no more, I'm in.
Okay.
How much?
This particular rod is 1,000 gold pieces.
Jesus Christ, that's a bit steep.
I mean, it's fair for what the item is, I think, but
But it has the capacity to explode, you said?
Yes. Everybody that has bought one of these from me has told me that when it works, it is a riot. However, I have had a few complaints that the nature of the magic is a little unstable, and it has a propensity to explode on its user.
Fantastic. And she just drops like a bag of 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Frey is now in possession of a wand of parties.
Oh, okay. This is not what I thought it was.
What do
No,
you think?
why would I give Free that? That's a horrible magic item to give to Free. I wouldn't give Free the wand of smiles.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, no, this is a wand of parties, which I will add to your inventory later.
Although this still sounds like it could be awful, but
Yes, no, but it's slightly less awful because it can
I'm suddenly-
backfire.
Wait, what's a wand of smiles?
when you point it at someone, it
Neutral.
forces them to their face into a horrific smile.
They do have to
They make a
make
save.
a charisma save.
Yeah.
I see.
Or otherwise
but
their
if-
face is just forced into a massive
Huh?
smile.
Yeah. No, but
That
this is
sounds like some sadistic Joker-esque shit.
It is. It's
It is.
exactly what
It's-
it is. And that's why I was panicking, because I thought that Feargus was going to give that to Frey.
No,
That
I
was
learned-
the
I learned- I
last
learned-
of the chickens.
I learnt my lesson after the chickens.
Okay.
I'm giving Free something that
Did you
in
home-
theory-
Is this a homebrew one then?
yes, this
Okay.
is. In theory, this wand is a lot worse. But
It might blow up.
it might blow up.
We probably should have asked if it would kill her, but she doesn't care.
So yeah, you can I will add that to your inventory.
And now I'm poor.
I was going to be, but then I realised I had to buy an expensive component for one of the spells I wanted, and I couldn't afford to do that. So I traded that spell out for the wand.
So, now that everybody has left the item shop, we go back to Marina, heading to the Feathered Quill.
Yes.
You open the door and are once again presented with just stacks and stacks and stacks of books. And as of last time, it is very triggering to you. You kind of walk in and you kind of have to stop yourself from twitching at just the chaos of it all. The small, old halfling kind of peeks up and he goes, "Ah, you've returned.
Yes.
Tell me, what can Robert Bluefingers do for you today?"
I'm looking for a spell scroll.
"Oh,
A spell scroll for locate object. Do you have anything like that in this?
not sure. You're welcome to take a look. If you find it, you can buy it.
All right then.
As I'm sure you remember, I don't keep much of a record around
A
here.
record. I know. It's why I always feel slightly dizzy when I walk into this place.
He kind of just sits on his little stool and breathes it in, and that smell of musty book kind of fills the air, and he goes, "It's wonderful, isn't it? Not knowing what you're going to find when you go out there." Oh,
I'm a
just
divination wizard. Not knowing what I'm going to find is like the worst thing for me.
he's just smiling at you like, "Ah, well." So
Anyway, I'll have a look and see if I can find this scroll.
please make an investigation check for me.
I will use one of my portents and give myself a 24.
A 24. Okay. No, okay. It takes you a while. You kind of at first you try to apply logic to the situation, and you're kind of taking it stack by stack by stack. But after sort of the 15th minute of you trying to, as you've always had, methodically go through things and try to catalog things. Eventually you kind of just get a bit fed up and walk into the middle of this pile and start searching through random books as if it and it's strange because when you start using that method, you quickly find, bless you,
Thank you.
you quickly find what you're looking for. As buried in the back under a large pile of scrolls that cover everything from old calamity lore to weird adult themed kind of posters and pamphlets to old circus posters, you find in a dusty, moth-eaten cardboard box the spell scroll you've been looking for.
God. Marina is just so upset by the fact that she found that in a bookshop she found a magical scroll in a pile amongst history books, circus posters, and porn.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, infuriating her as to how badly organised it all is.
Yeah, it's very badly organised.
And she's like half tempted just to pocket the scroll and walk out, but she won't. She'll pay for it.
And as you kind of approach the counter, Robert goes, "Ah, did you find what you were looking for?"
Yes, and it took absolutely bloody ages, but I got it, and it's here.
But-
and please hire someone to fix this, please.
Oh no, but isn't that the beauty?
No, it's
Just
not. It's
spending-
awful. I hate it so much.
He's kind of like just spending ages just looking for something, and
No,
you're
I wanted
not
to spend my day doing other things.
He's like, so yes, this scroll, and he kind of picks it up and he's kind of looking over it, and it's weird. He sniffs it and he goes, "I will give this to you for it is a locate object."
Sorry,
It's
the second
what level is? Second level. Oh, okay. So that would be about 375 gold.
I find it kind of funny that the thing you're looking for would have made it easier to find the thing you're looking for.
Right, absolutely. 375 gold. I spent 3 hours looking for the bloody thing.
And weren't those 3 hours just magical?
No, they were awful. And they were the worst time I've ever had in this city. 300.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh god, I'm bad at this. 9.
One time where Frey would have been
At
better.
9, he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Yep, 100 gold for each hour you spent." Think of it like that.
Great. 300.
Yeah.
She'll just slam down the coin and walk off. Just not having it.
Do come back. Pleasure doing business. Yeah.
I'm gonna come back with an inquisitorial squad.
I love that shop irritates Marina as much as it does.
Yeah, it's really, really frustrating.
Here's a question. She won't let me burn down the library, but will she let me burn down that shop?
No, because it's still got stuff in it. It's just, it needs someone better running it.
So close. Eventually I'll find something you'll let me burn down.
I'd let you burn down a lot of things, but just not anything that has knowledge inside.
I like that Marina's goal for this campaign will be to
organise that.
buy that bookshop and then sort it all out.
I think that's definitely something that she's going to do at some point. It's just to buy that shop, fire the guy who's running it, and get someone in who is maybe just as anal as Marina is when it comes to organisation.
So John and Marisk were heading to the Hammer and Anvil.
I'll go as well.
And Kez. You guys make your way to the low-ceilinged building that is the Hammer and Anvil blacksmith. Omi, the dwarf, kind of sitting at what is the front desk, but it's really just kind of like the entrance to the forge. And as you would approach, he goes, "Hello, greetings, and how can I help you today?"
I was hoping to procure. What's the name of the armor that I can get that doesn't take crit damage?
Adamantine.
Adamantine armor.
Yeah, I was hoping to procure some adamantine armor.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite a set of armor you're looking for.
Well, I've got quite a set of money to spend it on.
That you do. Well, I can always go and ask us if we've got any of that lying around or made. Is there anything else, or is it just the armor?
My friends here might want something, but that's pretty much all for me.
And Omi kind of looks to Kez and Marisk. Can I help the two of you gentlemen before heading into the back, or is
that cancel crit? That sounds quite. Don't really want to get in with it. Have you got just the breastplate of it though? I don't really want to get rid of everything, but you've got the breastplate in that stuff he was talking about. That'd be interesting.
well, I can go and have a look. But I think with the armor, the adamantine armor, it kind of only works when it's a complete set. You know, you kind of got to have it all for it to work. Otherwise, it's kind of just half working, and it doesn't really work. And it's to do with the nature of adamantine, really. I do know we have a rather nice shield that is magically enchanted to offer better protection. And I believe only something like.
Sorry, if I just got an adamantine can work for any medium or heavy armor except for hide.
Fair enough.
It's yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, if I look up armor breastplate uncommon while you're wearing it, any critical hits become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do.
You'd think it would just be full plate, but yeah, no, it does. Any metal armor basically can have it.
No. I was wrong. So, we're looking for 2 sets of adamantine armor and
One breastplate. I'm not really fussed about a whole set.
fair enough. Are you looking for? And he's looking at you, John. Are you looking for a full set of?
I'm looking for a full set. Yeah, full set.
Okay. Anything for you there, sir, with the nice looking bow?
Well, if you have anything that can make the bow more effective, I would be very interested in that.
I'm sure we can work something out. Let me just go and speak to my companion. And he kind of walks into the back, and you hear some kind of loud conversation that you can't quite make out the words over the noise of the hammer falling. And a few moments later, Omi comes waddling back, and he goes, "Well, I've got good news, and I've got bad news, and I've got good news. Which would you like first?"
The bad news.
Bad news, right. Well, the bad news is we only have one set of adamantine armor in stock at the moment. As you could probably tell, adamantine quite rare and in short supply, what with there being a war on. The good news is we have adamantine armor in stock. So that's good news for one of you. The other good news is that you, sir, the one that wanted the slightly more accurate bow, we have something in stock right now that can improve your bow's accuracy and damage.
Okay. My ears are peaked.
It's a rather simple modification we make to the bow. It can be done in half a day.
What about mithril armor? Got any of that?
Mithril armor? No, it'd be hard pressed to find a set of that this side of. Well, be hard pressed to find a set of that. You might try. You could try the capital, but I have a feeling most of their blacksmiths are like us, working on commissions for the war effort. I mean, we're pretty swamped at the moment, but we have, as I said, we have a few things set aside that we are allowed to sell.
Fine. You can have the armor.
Thank you.
So the enchantment on the bow, that will make it more accurate and hit harder.
Yeah, it will. It's a simple enchantment that we place on the bow.
How much would that be?
Let's see. It would be. Hold on. Hold on. With time, materials, we're looking at about 400 gold.
All right. And I was also looking for armor. If you have it in a fancier metal, that would be ideal. But just the breastplate, if you have any.
As I said, the only really fancy armor is that adamantine armor we have, and we've only got one set at the moment. that we are allowed. So we do have.
If you have just normal breastplate, I'd be up for that as well.
We got plenty of your bog standard normal metal breastplates. Got plenty of those we can set aside to sell you. If that's what you're after.
Yeah. Unless we're in a rush, I think we'll go the bow modification, but I will go for the breastplate.
Okay, you sure?
Mhm.
Just the breastplate? Okay then, well. A breastplate will run you when hard formed. I think a breastplate's like 20 gold. Oh no, breastplate's 400 gold.
Yes.
I was way off.
Okay, and
I was looking at the wrong thing there.
that's fair enough. What I was expecting. Will you do an exchange for this lovely chain shirt that I've been looking after?
Certainly.
looking after
I
me.
can knock 100 gold off for you. So that would be 300 gold in the chain shirt.
But I should probably offer it to anyone else first. If anyone wants chain shirt.
Yeah.
Don't think. I mean, the 3 people that actually wear armor in this group are
Okay.
already buying armor. So.
Yeah. All right. No problem. I'll get rid of it.
So just so I can get it all in my head, John, you're buying the adamantine armor.
Yep.
Cool. That is an uncommon item, and so they charge you. In fact, they probably charge you 500 gold for it. Yeah, they charge you 500 gold for it.
500. Okay.
Kez, you're not buying the +1 longbow.
No, I'm gonna buy that at the other place.
Okay. And Maris, you're not buying anything from the blacksmiths because they don't have the armor you're looking for.
Right.
Okay. Well, if that's shopping done for everybody.
I've just realised there was one other thing that I wanted to get. We don't have to play it out.
Okay.
But as Marina is heading towards the temple, she remembers she needed to get her hands on something. Finds a jewelry store.
Yeah.
And is
No, that's fine.
looking to get a silver mirror worth 25 gold.
Yeah. No, that's super easy to find.
Yeah, we don't have to roll
And we,
that out.
and we don't have to roll that out because that's just a.
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
No, with all that done.
For that.
Marina, you head off to the house of the family, the temple. But Hubert is not there.
I just go. I just, look for the priest and just go. Was my friend here earlier?
Stephen, the priest goes, he was, yes. We had a rather deep and very confusing conversation.
That sounds about right. Yep.
But no, he was here. He went off. He said he was going to find a door.
Oh, okay.
And then he was mumbling about being hungry and urchins.
Hungry and urchins.
That's all I got, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. So. Okay. Marina will pull out a length of copper wire and wrap it around her ear, and cast sending to Hubert. Just go. Hubert, it's Marina. Where are you?
And with that, Hubert, while the others have been doing shopping, after your conversation with the priest, you go off and it's very easy to find a food vendor. There are lots. Even at this time of the year, with everything that's going on, there are still people out trying to sell street food. How much street food are you buying?
How much money do I have?
No.
Technically, you have 1,000.
I think I have 500 and
500 gold pieces.
Well, I'm gonna buy as much as I can carry.
Okay. You can carry quite a lot. Roll. Hold on.
If the priest was more insistent on offerings and things, Hubert was going to leave all of his money.
Yeah, he kind of took a bit of pity on you and saw that he didn't quite feel comfortable exploiting somebody that's very clearly not all there for money. Maybe a different priest might have done that, but this one, yeah, didn't necessarily feel comfortable doing that. Roll me just a standard D20.
Okay. 4.
4. Okay. Hubert, you go up to one of these. You go to a number of these kind of food vendors, and between them, you buy 40 gold's worth of food.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Which is pretty much all of their stock, as these guys don't sell their food very expensively and kind of have lots of bulk. With this food in hand, you go looking for some urchins. So please roll me a perception check.
This screams like White Candy Man.
Very
I
much
know.
as a candy man.
Perception.
Yeah.
He's not singing or he's not playing pipes or anything. 17.
That makes it less creepy.
It would be a lot better though.
It doesn't take you long to find a group of urchins. They're kind of huddled in one of these slightly ruined buildings close to where the warehouse exploded all those moons ago.
Okay.
And they kind of huddled around a bit of a fire, just kind of trying to keep warm. One of the older looking kids is kind of handing out bits of bread to the slightly smaller kids. And as you approach, the older one kind of stands up and goes, "Here, mister, I didn't mean nothing by it. You know, we were just, the bread was there on the windowsill and we were just hungry and I just needed to get some food for my brothers and sisters here. I'll pay back anything, you know. I'll work off whatever I owe. Please just don't tell the guards."
Hubert, no toe. How am I carrying all this stuff? Just in my arms?
Yeah, just kind of in your arms and in your pockets. Okay. And now that he's kind of getting a better look at you, he's like, "Sorry, mister, what is it you want?"
He like drops all the food on the floor and like takes out of his pockets and puts it on a pile and says, "You eat food."
They all look genuinely confused. And the older kid is kind of like, you see one of the smaller kids who who looks about 4 is desperately trying to get at this food and looks like they just want to go and eat. But you see one of the older kids kind of like holding them back and giving you a bit of a strange look. And the older boy kind of goes, "What is this, mister? This ain't a trick, is it?"
Hubert, no trick. You eat food. You tell me where find door.
Oh, no.
He kind of turns to what looks like maybe his younger sister, kind of the middle child, and he goes, "Here, Luce, I think this guy might be drunk or crazy. Just stand back a minute." And he takes one of the foods and he kind of sniffs it, gives it a bit of a taste, and then he kind of gives a little nod to the rest of his siblings, and they all go and they start grabbing food and they start eating. And he goes, "What door are you looking for, mister?"
Door to past.
And he goes, "Oh, I don't know where that is, sir."
You know this. You know this town.
He kind of goes, "Sure, I know this town. Born and raised here.
You know all doors in town.
I know a lot of doors in town. Yeah."
You take me find door.
So we've killed Matthew after the side there.
Oh no, this is.
Why did we leave Hubert on his own?
I don't know.
I don't know, you're the resident, like, Hubert sitter.
I need to learn to stop having philosophical debates with Hubert. It just leads to this
so funny.
nonsense.
It's so funny.
Stop using metaphor.
This broke my brain more than the last blue screen.
Which was the last blue screen? Ironically, all the doors.
No, yeah. This is broken. Yeah, no, I think.
Just even stayed away from doors.
Why are you trying to use metaphors with Hubert? It's literally the second rule.
No.
What was the first rule?
Don't use big words.
Oh.
No, the first rule is leave Hubert alone.
So we've broken everything.
Yeah.
We've broken them all.
Yeah.
I would like to point out Frey did ask if he needed supervision. That was the one responsible act for the entire campaign, and you ignored her.
The eldest kind of looks at you and he goes, "What? Sorry, you want to be shown to a door?" as if he's like, he can't quite believe that this is happening. And he goes, "All right, I can take you to a door." And he kind of turns. He kind of turns to the middle child, or what looks like the second eldest, and he goes, "Here, Luce, you just stay here. I didn't know. There's something not quite right about this guy. And just stay here." And he starts walking down the road the way you came. Do you follow him?
I have BC, right?
Yeah, presumably.
I don't know how that would have happened if I was carrying food.
BC in your pocket.
I would say BC follows you.
When I have all the food.
Yeah, no, I'd say BC follows you.
Or the tail is just carrying BC.
The tail is prehensile. So
Um,
yeah, the tail can be carrying BC.
Well, at this point, I will take BC and I will follow.
Okay. You follow him a little ways until you arrive. Hold on. Yeah. You arrive at a very familiar location, the Honourable Vagrant. And he goes, "Here you go, mister. My dad always said that this was a doorway to a better life. Not quite sure what he meant by that. But then again, wasn't sure what he meant by a lot of things until the accident."
So Hubert looks at the door to the Honorable Vagrant and he says, Your dad take door?
Sure. Yeah, no, he drank here quite a lot. Ma was always really angry with him. Said, "Stop spending all our gold at that place." But then
Kid nearly forgot that he was an urchin trying to use a big word.
Yeah. Then Dad did like a drink, and well, Ma was always a bit too kind with the old cudgel, if you know what I mean. Still miss him though.
Bad thing happen?
Yeah, you might say that. The fire that happened a few weeks ago kind of just took it all by surprise, really.
He went through door, bad thing happen?
You might say that. He went out, and then there was that explosion that happened. He died in that, and then the fire took Ma, and now it's just kind of me and
Oh no!
me and the others.
Great orphan, these kids.
She started a war on orphan children. Is she the bad guy? Are we the bad guys in this?
Hubert says.
That for? That was so unnecessary.
Hubert says, that door seems like bad door. Why you bring me to bad door?
To be honest, sir, and he kind of looks up at you, terrified. He's like, "I just wanted to get you away from your brothers and sisters. You kind of freak us out with. Nobody's really showed that kind of kindness before, just bringing us food, and you start talking about a door, and I think, oh no, he's a crazy person. So I kind of just wanted to get you as far away from them as possible."
And Hubert, so you live there?
Well, yeah, that was our own before the fire. And as I said, we ain't got much, so we kind of just, well, it's familiar. And
Hubert help build you new door.
You help us building. Well, we need a bit more than a door, sir. I mean, our old bloody house is gone.
Right. Hubert, build you new house.
He kind of looks at you, stunned. And he goes, "Sorry, sir, just... What did you just say?"
Hubert help build you new house.
And he kind of just stands there in stunned silence.
And then Hubert says, you go eat food. Hubert, build you new house. And I'm gonna go find a carpenter.
Okay. He's run. He's just run away.
How's
Okay.
Hubert going to pay for the carpenter's services if he hasn't
No,
got
Hubert will
Hubert's
build
not
the
spent
house.
any of his money except for like 40 gold.
any? Hubert, Hubert's going to build the house.
Himself, apparently.
Does Hubert know how to build a house? That'll be fun to find out.
Good God.
Okay. Hubert, you go off.
What point does my voice come through to Hubert?
It's about this time. It's about this time.
Train wreck.
Yeah, no. It is about this time, Hubert, as you're about to go off and find a carpenter, that Marina's voice comes through your head and asks where you are.
Hubert shouts back, like into.
He does.
Yeah, forget about that.
He's just like, I am near where we sleep, going to find wood.
Very confused. I immediately message him
Could
back.
mean
I immediately send a message back to him and say, "Okay, you don't have to shout when I send these messages. I can hear you when you talk. Wait there. I'll meet you, and we can sort that out."
and Hubert responds with, Hubert need to build house.
Okay, I immediately start running towards the Honourable Vagrant. How, like, at this point, how far away would you say I am from?
Like 5 minutes.
But, like,
If-
same, like, feet.
In feet?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Would I be within 500 feet?
Possibly.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, I don't like working in feet.
That's
It's
fair enough. It's like 0.09 miles. It's barely anything.
yeah.
If you're 5 minutes away and running, then you're nearly a mile away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I think I just gotta run for it then.
So the rest of the group are now beginning to slowly arrive at the Honourable Vagrant as well, as that was where you're all meeting.
And Hubert just stops in the middle of the road and doesn't move.
So yeah, no, the group all see Hubert kind of standing very still in the middle of the road.
Quick question. Do I have the armor now or is it being made?
No, you have the armor. You bought it. It was
I
ready.
have the. Oh, it was ready. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the armor. Okay,
Um,
cool. Right.
You
I'll
know,
add
the
that
only
later.
things that need to be waited on are Kez's bow, which will take about half a day, Marisk's crossbow, which will take a day, and Marisk's boots, which will take about 4 days.
Alright.
So those are the only things that are kind of waiting to be made.
Okay, cool. All right, just wanted to know.
Um,
So we all met up now.
well, yeah, I'll say for the sake of brevity, everybody is gathered round Hubert, who is standing stock still waiting for Marina.
Right, Hubert, what have you been doing?
Hubert need build house.
And why do you need to build a house?
Hubert said, Hubert build house.
And who are you building the house for?
Urchins.
Okay,
enough.
okay,
That
I'm
makes
completely out my depth here. I'm gonna wait till Marina gets here.
Uh,
Of all the things Hubert has ever said, John, that is one of the more lucid.
Yeah, but I still don't really know how to respond to that.
Marina, you soon arrive.
Okay. So, Hubert, buddy, what have you been doing?
Hubert went to temple Hubert told to find door.
You were told to find a door. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Hubert, now just think, maybe we go back to place of all doors.
I don't think that's what they meant. We'll look into this. What's this about you building a house? How did we get from finding a door to building a house?
Hubert asked urchins. Urchins know all doors.
Okay.
And urchins have no house, so Hubert build house.
Buddy. That is a very sweet thing. Hubert, do you know how to build a house? Have you ever built a house before?
We can let him figure it out.
No,
can't we?
we can. He's building a house for children.
Wood, nails, hammer, house.
There, you see, he's got it. Let's go, Hubert. Let's
Ray, stop.
It's some parts you're missing.
There's definitely more to it than that.
You help Hubert build house.
I don't know how to build
There
a
you
house.
go, you help Hubert build a house.
If you want to have a house built, then we need to find someone who knows how to build a house. Because if we build the house and we don't build it right, then the house might fall down and it might hurt the children.
House already full and burn.
Who are these urchins you've been talking to, Hubert?
I have another idea. If we don't want to
Other
build
ones
a house,
keep dying,
how about we find someone else's house that's already built? We steal it and give it to the urchins.
How do you plan of stealing a house? It's not like something we can walk up to and pick up and like put on. I mean, I'm pretty strong and Hubert's pretty strong, but I don't think between us we're that strong. We're all pretty strong.
A house. I'm saying we kill the people inside and give the house to the urchins.
Okay, Frey, stop suggesting things.
It would work.
It would be horrible. No, okay, buddy.
John, you know how build house?
I did a little bit of carpentry, but nothing as big as a house.
No, we need to find a proper. We need to find like a proper builder and a contractor and actually do this right, because if you're going to build a house for urchins, it needs to be safe, because I know you said the house already fell down, but if we build another one and then that one falls down, then that could be really bad. So
that'll be funny.
No, Frey. Look, these poor children are left on the streets without parents for some reason, and
yeah, God knows what happened to them.
Yeah, Hubert, how did you, like, what are these urchins? And why
Children.
The children, yeah.
Children. Why were you talking to children?
They know all doors. They live on streets.
I think...
Only if they live on the streets without any doors, then they wouldn't be the people who would know doors. Be people who lived inside who would know doors.
Well, okay, no, Hubert, I don't think it's a door. I don't think it's like an actual door. Okay, we've gone through this a couple of times before. When it comes to the religious stuff, it's usually a metaphor. I know that you don't really get those, but it's not something that exists physically.
How
Maybe you should steal a door and carry it with you at all times, and then all your
Frey, for the love of God, stop suggesting things.
Hubert know why. People just don't say what things is.
It's because things like that aren't easy to explain, and it's really hard to explain to someone who doesn't get the metaphorical stuff or the symbolic stuff, but it's hard to explain normally. So the gods are not on this world. They're on another level where they can affect all things because they are that powerful, but they don't live down on the earth like we do. So,
Maybe they're tiny little people who live in our heads.
Frey,
Why are you talking?
So it's so hard to explain this stuff, and especially really hard to explain this stuff to you, Hubert, because I know that you struggle with it. But they live in their own places that are really, really hard to get to. It's not as simple as just finding a door. Like, they're really hard to get to, and you have to do a lot of things to try and get to those places. But you can still talk to them because they can hear everything that happens. Which is why you're able to talk to the daughter like you do.
Hubert knows say much.
I know, buddy.
She does talk more.
No, I know.
But
That's good. She helps you though when she talks to you.
yes,
And she-
I said to urchins, I build house. I need to build house.
That's very noble of you. But I do think that we should find someone who knows how to build a house to actually do the work, because we don't want anything going wrong with the house. We want to make sure that if we're gonna have a house for these urchins, that it's going to be a house that's going to stay standing and isn't going to fall down with them inside. Or
Yes.
we could have a look and see if there is an existing house that we could buy.
Yes, because we're that rich.
Ooh.
We are. Our house
We
is
are.
like 500 gold.
Yeah.
We could maybe look at that. Do you think that would be okay? And then then they don't have to wait for the house to be built because it's already built. We just give them the key and they can move in.
They know where they are.
They know who knows where who is.
Urchins live where they lived.
But they can move
Right.
to a different house.
But they can move their stuff to a different house, and it'd probably be better and easier for them to do that.
Let me go ask them.
Oh, okay, let's go. Let's go talk to them, and we can see about that. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And Hubert just starts walking.
Marina will follow.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going as well. I want to see how this ends.
You go
It's like-
back to the place where you left the urchins.
So can I can I talk to BC and try and
Sure.
see what BC makes of what she's
Sure.
been doing?
Okay. Yeah. No. You talk to BC. You cast speak with animals, and BC looks at you with a look of confusion and terror, and he's like, "Hey, so, like, I get that this guy might need my help, but I don't know how much I can do. Like, he just started going up to these people and fucking talking to them. And, like, I tried to tell him, like, no, like, they're homeless, but he just kept talking and talking. And I'm worried.
The inner monologue of a sapient emotional support animal.
It's weird. It's weird.
That's how I always thought BC would talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, BC talks like
right.
this, and
Let's make a deal.
I'm worried about him. Like, He needs help.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. I'm not sure how much influence you'll be able to have on him, especially.
And I mean, I like tried pouring at him and like trying to get him to go away, but
yeah, when he gets an idea, whatever it might be, there's not much can be done.
I mean,
Maybe if you, I don't know how good you are at tracking, but if we do get separated for whatever reason and you think he's about to do something that might cause some issue, do you think you could maybe come and find me or one of the others?
I mean, I can try, but I mean, if he grabs me, that's it. I'm not going anywhere.
Do what you can. Do what you can.
Campaign.
I love this campaign. I love
Are you
this.
still all right doing what you're doing?
I'm
mean,
sure,
you
yeah.
get
I mean,
fed
this
well.
guy clearly needs help, and I'm all for him. I like him, but
I think he really likes you as well.
he's a lot, and a few days ago I was just an alley cat. Like I was just worried about where my next meal's coming from, and now I've got this guy to worry about, and
Yeah,
it's
you
just a
don't-
lot. It's just like a lot at the moment.
No, I get it.
I feel like
So-
DC
You're doing
is
great.
an emotional
You're doing
support
absolutely
animal.
great.
Well, thanks. It means a lot, just
and,
hearing those
I mean,
things.
And I mean, I can't talk to you all the time, but if you ever need like a support human, you can just come and pour at me, and then I'll make sure I can talk to you.
Thanks. That means a lot.
All right.
I'll definitely take you up on it because
Emotional support human
Yes,
for the
it's
emotional
cool.
support
I
animal.
love the vacuum.
and it's at that time then the spell fades
Okay.
and BC kind of just goes back to his normal.
Oh my god.
Matt, you're right. It's broken.
It was the I'll do what I can, but if he grabs me,
It is true. It's true.
Ow.
Matt's gone.
it's so fucking funny.
My face hurts so bad. Oh,
Oh, my head hurts.
oh,
Everyone.
ow.
My face hurts. My head hurts.
Oh,
That was
I needed
weird.
that.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That conversation. It's like there's a deal between Kez and BC. Like,
Yeah.
you do this.
Oh my goodness.
It's funny.
Okay.
You guys were looking for the orphans that
Yeah.
yes, now I remember where we are. You arrive at what you think is the house where they were, but nobody's there.
Is there any evidence of them being there?
There's more ghost children, I swear.
Make a. I suppose this would be survival because you're trying to track them.
I mean, is there any evidence of the food I brought?
Oh yeah, there is evidence. Sorry, wasn't quite sure what you meant. Yeah, no, there you can see some of the discarded kind of tissue wrappings.
Okay.
and-
So they ate it.
yeah. But then they seemed to immediately bug out.
Okay. So I'll roll this. But if I can't, I'm gonna have Kez track them.
Okay.
9.
Yeah, no, you can't find any other evidence of where they might have gone.
And he says, Kez, you find they hear.
I mean, this isn't my preferred area of expertise, but I'll give it a go.
But we're all fine with the fact that we're just stalking these kids.
Hubert made a
I mean,
promise.
I'm fine with it, but you guys don't seem like the type to do that.
Not like we're actually doing something malicious.
If they're actually trying to hide, then maybe Hubert, we better let them. But if I can find that they just drifted off for whatever reason, then maybe we can help them.
Sure, if you want to try and work out which direction they went, make a survival check.
21?
21. Okay. You find sets of footprints kind of along the cobblestones, leaving ash, and it leads you a little ways further up into some of the more kind of further into this area that has been recently burnt down. But due to the nature of the environment, you quickly you lose the tracks, and it becomes difficult to work out which direction they went or into which building they went. Yeah.
Sorry, Hubert. I don't know where they went. But it looks like they probably don't want to be found. We can come and check it out next time or maybe tomorrow.
Hubert will say to Marina, you leave urchins notes
Okay.
with food.
Okay, yeah, no, we can leave a note with the food.
No, note say urchins. He didn't bother to get their name. Hubert find house. You wait. Hubert come back.
Marina will write a note that a note for them and leave it with the food, but we'll write it and it'll say Hubert promised to build you a house. We thought it might be better to buy one for you. You can find us at the Honourable Vagrant, Hubert and friends.
Okay.
How old were they?
Lots of ages.
Just gotta hope that one of them can read.
I might be able to read.
Okay. With Marina leaving this group of urchins a note, you guys head back to the Honourable Vagrant, where you enjoy a nice meal.
Marina will sit down and start copying out her spells into a book.
And as you guys kind of wind down to more evening activities and you're starting ready to
I'm going to go back to the shop.
oh yes, no, you can pick up your bow. Your bow is ready, so you now have a +1 longbow.
No, I was going to go and watch the person.
Oh, of course, yes. Sorry, I forgot that was one of Kitty's.
Yeah, that was actually a thought. Like, does anyone here have crafting tools of any kind, like smithing tools or leatherworkers' tools or woodworkers' tools or anything like that?
Check, because Frey has some weird stuff, but I think the answer is no.
Because I dropped a document into our Discord chat, which is from Xanathar's, and it's about crafting magic items. And I think the only thing you really need is proficiency in some kind of tool, and then the formula for particular items, but the cost, like the gold cost, is all included in the tables. So if you wanted to make like a +1 weapon, it's like 200 gold for the formula and materials, and then a certain amount of time spent crafting. But you need to have the appropriate tool skill, I think, to be able to actually do it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Kez, you head off for your evening's tutelage under Opal Winter, the slightly eccentric elven artificer stroke magic store proprietor. And we'll probably pick it up there next time, as it is now 11:10. Thank you everybody for sitting through this slightly more downtime oriented episode. It was definitely the shopping episode.
Oh, definitely.
But we hope that not next week, not the week after, but the week after that, when we're back, as we are taking a 2-week break.
Yes.
Which was the other announcement I meant to make at the top of the show, actually. That we are taking a 2-week break.
Yeah, we might do some other stream in place of this, but it'll probably be something along the lines of like some party games or things like that. We'll see.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
Everchosen will return on the 23rd.
Very good.
Of this month for a session that will hopefully be slightly more interesting, though I'm sure this one was
a lot of
just
fun.
as entertaining.
Just crazy.
Yeah. And
we need to stop leaving Hubert on his own.
yeah. But
why? It's so interesting.
That's where Hubert's character growth comes from.
It is very interesting to leave Hubert on his own. But no, I hope to see you then. Good night.
And
bye.
Good night, guys. Don't forget again also to catch us on Sunday, GM's chat and the Homebrew Labs special.
So join us for those, because those will be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
But until next time.